Good afternoon. Welcome to the Midday Mull for Monday, the 14th of February, Valentine's Day. However, in the Anglican lectionary, we do not celebrate St. Valentine today. I don't know that we celebrate St. Valentine any day. Today we're celebrating Cyril and Methodius, two missionaries to the Slavs in the 9th century. And that links sort of tangentially, sort of segues into one of the readings from Robert Murray McShane, 1 Corinthians chapter 1, where Paul is teaching and talking about reaching out with the gospel. And I'm struck by verse 22 onwards, where he writes, Jews demand signs, and Greeks look for wisdom. But we preach Christ crucified, a stumbling block to the Jews and foolishness to Gentiles. But to those whom God has called, both Jews and Greeks, Christ the power of God and the wisdom of God. And as I read that, I was struck that Christ is power and wisdom, but for those who don't believe, he's a stumbling block and foolishness. And I found this so often as a teacher, teaching divinity to boys, and I'd explain the gospel to them, and it makes perfect sense to me, and it would fit together so well, and it would seem so clear and so logical. They just didn't get it. For them, this was bizarre foolishness. This was nonsense. They couldn't buy into it. And as Christians, we need to recognize that what we have and what we can preach is Christ. That's not what people are looking for, but that's all we've got. And for some people, it'll seem like a stumbling block. For others, it's foolishness. And that's not a call for us to then go out and think of better examples. And, how can I phrase this in a different way to persuade them? Is there some way I can present the argument in a way that will force them to believe? We can't do that because they won't. They have a completely different mindset. Their worldview is different. They're walking in a different paradigm. And when we come to faith, suddenly it's as though the penny drops and we get it. And so as you reach out to people and you share the gospel, don't be surprised if they don't get it and if they just think this is foolishness. For them it is, because they have a different paradigm. And you're not called then to force the issue or to keep on badgering them or to have some better argument. What you're called to do is to just pray. Pray that God, that seed of the gospel that falls in their heart will take root and grow and bear fruit. That's what we need, prayer. Not better arguments, because no matter how good the argument, for the Gentiles, it is still foolishness. For the Jews, it is still a stumbling block. And Paul recognized that. So be encouraged to hold on to your faith, to be prepared to share it, not be surprised when it's not accepted, but to pray. Pray that God would make it fruitful. Be blessed.